how's it going? It's Kaz here and I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be on additional income or side hustles. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to my video. It means so much. We are already at over 100 subscribers, which is so exciting. I've only been doing this 2 months, but my goal for this year is to get to 500. So if you're not already subscribed and you're enjoying my videos, please do. So basically I'm going to start off explaining what they're about and how to do them and how to implement them into your budget. And then at the end of the video I will do a list of 50 different side hustles or additional income that you can try and introduce into your budget. So if you'd like to just skip ahead to that, I will put the timestamp for that right here. So I don't mind if you go on ahead. But yeah, so to start off with, we're going to explain what they are. So side hustles is additional income that you're bringing into your budget that you didn't already have, that isn't your main income. So why would you do a side hustle? So the reason why you would do a side hustle is because it's extra income that you can pay off debt, or if you're already debt free, you could put them into savings. It's also an excellent way to bring up your emergency fund if you didn't already. It's extra income that you could put into sinking funds, or it's extra income that you could invest. So yeah, it's just extra income that you didn't already have. It also gives you the chance to explore some opportunities that you didn't already have. So for example, it could open up your career, bring you down a different avenue, or it could also be the chance for you to try a passion that you already had and make it into something a bit more. So yeah, it's an excellent way to start off trying to find a job that you actually love. The other reason why you would do a side hustle is because then you're not as reliant on your main income. So if, for example, you lost your job in the morning, you would have some income coming in that you weren't already relying on that could help cushion you until you got to the next job. So yeah, it's an excellent thing to do, to just bring extra money in, make you less reliant on your main income and give you some opportunities along the way. So how can you do a side hustle? Maybe you're already doing a lot of things, maybe you haven't got much time. Well, the good news is there is a side hustle out there for everyone. Some side hustles only take 10 minutes out of your day, max. Other side hustles you could do on a Saturday or Sunday. Some side hustles you could do in the evening. Yeah, there's a side hustle for everyone. So the first thing you want to do is figure out your schedule and figure out what extra time do you have that you could be using to bring in some extra income. And obviously the side hustles you choose will depend on your area that you're living in, your extra time that you have, and also your skill set. So for example, if you're a teacher, you could be doing extra teaching jobs, or you could be doing grinds, or you could be correcting exams. Or if you're more of a manual labourer, there is different side hustles that you could be doing that will be using your hands. So yeah, there's a side hustle for every skill set. So it's important that you look into the area that you're already in. You mightn't necessarily be working with your skill set. You could also have extra skills that you could be using, and there is side hustles that will bring about that. It's especially important for you to think about what your passions are, because if you're doing side hustles in an area of your passion, then you'll be much more likely to enjoy what you're doing, and you'll be able to see if there is additional income that can come from your passions. The next thing I would recommend is to try a few of the side hustles on the list I will do, just to see if any of them suit. So some side hustles I've tried them for a week or two and I've realised they're just not a viable income opportunity. It's actually taking me much more time and effort to get back any income, and it's just not worth it for me. So you'll find some of those things on the list may be true for you. There's also other things that I just can't do because I just don't like them. So just have a look at the list and see if any of them suit you at all. So the next thing that I'm asked a lot is, are side hustles taxable? So unfortunately, yes, it's an extra income that's coming in. So of course it is taxable. Now, the good news is it is very easy to put these in if they're under €5,000. So anything under €5,000, you just put into your additional income on your income tax return. So you just go into my account on revenue.ie and you just put in your additional income, and there will be a section there for you just to put it in, and it's as easy as that. Anything over €5,000 you must submit as a self-assessment. So you'll have to go onto ROS, Revenue Online Services, and you must put in your total income and you must self-assess that. There is more information about this on revenue.ie and I will put a first link in the description for you. The other thing to note, if you're just starting off with side hustles, is there is certain side hustles you do, for example, surveys and store rewards, where you can get a voucher off your next shop in return for your side hustle and for your time and effort, and this is not taxable. So that's a good one to start off with. It's a lot less complicated and it'll give you an idea of how that side hustle will work and if it is a viable option for you. So then, types of income from a side hustle. So there's 3 different types of income that you can get in. So there is earned income. So that is where you have put in some time and effort and in return you are getting an income. This is the easiest type. So it is most straightforward. You just put in your time and you get your reward. So it's as easy as that. Examples would be doing a part-time job, or it could also be doing freelance work, or it could also be doing a craft. So then the second type of side hustle income is passive income. So this is more complicated in the beginning. It takes a lot of time, effort and money potentially, but then the payoff is over time. It just accumulates and just trickles in. And sometimes this can be slow, but it means you're not doing anything to bring in this money. So examples of this would be if you were a landlord and you were renting a house out. That would be a passive income, because in the beginning you may have to buy the home, you might have to put money in to do it up and to obviously buy it in the beginning, but then there would be rent just coming in. The other thing to note with passive income, using the rental example as a good example, you would actually have to put money aside just in case there was any issues. The tenants needed work done on the house, or if something went wrong, you would obviously have to put money in. Another example of passive income would be an Etsy shop, and you may have to do returns, so you might have to put money aside for that. So yeah, there's lots of different examples of passive income. And then the third type of income that you could get in from your side hustle is capital gains income. So that's basically where you have bought something, and in return for doing something to it, or even holding on to it for a while, and then you sell it, you can get a profit, and that is a capital gains income. So examples of this would be buying and selling furniture, or it would also be buying and selling stocks, etc. So now you have found out what side hustles are, what they're about, different types of income that you can get from them. I'm now going to give you a list of the different side hustles. Something to bear in mind before I go through this list is some of them may require you to do some training before you get them, and some of them are just straightforward, you can go straight into them. So just bear that in mind, and some of them obviously are geared towards some people and they may not suit you and your lifestyle, but it will just give you an idea. It's basically just to give you some motivation and ideas of where you can actually start, because it can seem so overwhelming. You might be able to see other people bringing in income from side hustles and just not understand how you yourself could bring it in. But yes, this will just give you some ideas and some motivation. So my recommendation would be to try a few of them. Obviously, the more streams of income you have coming in, the better. And if you have different types of income coming in, even better again. So yeah, give them a go. So now for the part I'm sure you've all been waiting for. Here is the list of 50 different side hustle ideas. So starting off with paid surveys, this is a great thing to do if you have an extra few minutes in your lunch break or in the evening. Quick and easy, and they sometimes give great rewards. So yeah, I have a link in the description if you'd like to try some of these. I do them and they're great. You could also sell unwanted items. I do this all the time. It's a brilliant way of decluttering your house, and it doesn't cost you anything. So it's a great one to also try. You could also do store rewards or shop and scan. You're already spending money in the shop, you might as well get a reward. It does take a good while to accumulate enough points to be able to get a voucher, but it's definitely one to give a go. You could also buy, upcycle and sell furniture. Just make sure that you do your research before you start this, because you want to make sure you're going to get a profit. You want to make sure whatever you do will sell, and you want to make sure that you're able to find somebody that will enjoy the upcycling that you've done. You could also do babysitting, so you could mind kids in the evening, or you could also do childminding. Just make sure that you're aware of any qualifications that are needed for this, for example, garda vetting, etc. You could also set up an Etsy or an Amazon store. You could sell crafts that you've made, or you could also sell digital products. Then you could also rent a room in your house. So if you have a spare room in your house and you are not doing much with it, you might as well rent it. There is tax reliefs for renting a room. So just look into that before you start it. But yeah, it's an excellent way of bringing in an income. You could also do transcribing. So that's basically where you are listening to what somebody would like typed and you just type it out. You could do seasonal work, so for example Christmas work or summer work. There's often jobs and opportunities in this. And then you could also deliver takeaways, and the money is in tips in this one. You could also sell on free or inexpensive furniture, especially if you have some extra space to store it and if you have access to a van. You'll have to be quick for this one because there is lots of people out there who are trying to get free furniture. But yeah, it's a great one. If you have excess produce, like if you have extra vegetables in your garden, or if you're good at making jams and chutneys, you can sell these on. You can also become a virtual assistant, so you might be sending off emails, taking phone calls, organising meetings, but this is a great one if you have extra time and access to a computer. But yeah, definitely one to try if you are any way good at organising things. You could also do garden maintenance. For this one, you will need access to tools, be good with your hands and know your way around a garden, which I don't, but good on you if you do. Definitely one to try if you're good with doing gardens. You could also do bakes and cakes, so you could sell your baking at farmers markets and you could sell birthday cakes. This is very much in demand, but make sure you research the price of ingredients. You could also teach online. You could teach your skill set to other people. So for example, if you are doing beauty, you could teach other people or accounts, or also teaching. You could do social media management. There are so many businesses out there that need a presence on social media, and you could do their social media for them. Mystery shopping is a good one. There is a good few Irish companies out there that offer mystery shopping. I'll put a link in the description of one or two. You could also do a part-time job. Obviously, you need to make sure that you have the free time to do this, but there's many part-time jobs you could do. And you could also teach a language. So if there is a second or third or fourth language that you know as well as English, then you could also teach this to other people. And you can also teach English to them. So yeah, this is definitely an option if you have an extra language. So you could do dog walking, especially if you are in a big town where there may be a few people wanting their dogs walked. You could do that. It's a great one to do in your lunch hour. You could also create content if there is a topic that you are passionate about or you have information on that people may need. You can create content for that. You can also do data entry where you are inputting data for a specific reason. There is websites where you can offer to do this. You can also sell your crafts, so if there is something you're able to make like crocheting, or you could do painting and you could sell that on. Then digital ebooks, this is where you are creating an ebook. You can upload it to a site like Amazon, and this is a great way of bringing in passive income. You could start a podcast, especially if there is again a topic that you are passionate about or you have information on. You could do dog grooming. This is one you will definitely need qualifications for. There is so many styles out there. You will need to make sure you are knowledgeable on the different subjects, different dog grooming styles. But yeah, it's definitely a needed area. You could also sell an online course. If you are able to use your skill set, you can sell them online. You could also do bookkeeping. Again, you might need to have some skills towards this. You need to know your way around the different packages. But yeah, it's definitely an option if you have that skill set. And then you could also do photography. You could do wedding photography. You could do babies, etc. But you could also sell your photography onto different sites. Then if you're good at writing CVs, there is so many people out there that need a good CV. I've seen so many bad ones. This is definitely a good side hustle one. If you're any way good at writing a CV, it's definitely a craft. There's also a site called Fiverr where you can offer to do services and you do a fixed charge for that service. This is a great website to know if you are setting something up too. You can also do house and pet sitting, especially if you'd like to stay in an area, and if you're working from home, this is a great one for you. You can also offer to test apps and websites. There's specific jobs websites for this online, so just make sure you look into that, but there is ways and means of doing this. If you're good at planning, you could do event planning. So you could plan weddings, birthdays, you could also do christenings, etc. If you're good at sewing, you could do tailoring and altering clothes. And this works really well with the ethos of sustainability. So this is a great one. A lot of people are looking to get their clothes altered and tailored nowadays. You could also clean houses and offices if you have a little bit of extra time. This is an excellent side hustle and you don't mind rolling up your sleeves. You could also do video editing if you know your way around editing software. It is a horrible task, let me tell you firsthand. So if you know how to do video editing and you know the tips and tricks, there is so many people out there that would need your services. And you could also do window cleaning, especially if you have the equipment. And then you could also do drop shipping. So basically that is when you are buying something online and selling it on without having to physically keep it. Then you could also become a film extra. This isn't very guaranteed income, however, it can be very good income and it can certainly be very fun. I have family members who have done this and they loved it. But you will have to probably take time out of work if this comes up. You could do exam marking, so if you have some skill set in a certain topic, you could mark exams on that topic. You may need to prove your qualifications for this. If you love ironing, well done to you, but there is definitely a need for ironing services. You could also detail and valet cars, especially if you would like to become a mobile service. There is a massive income for this, but you do need to make sure that you have the equipment and chemicals that you'll need to do this. If you're anyway musically minded, you can do music lessons. You could also offer an errand service. This is very much needed, especially with elderly and with the way things are right now. You could offer to collect stuff from the shop and go pick up prescriptions, etc. You could do extra tutoring and grinds. Again, you need to make sure you have the skill set for this area and the qualifications. But yes, it's an excellent side hustle to fit inside your schedule. You could also deliver flyers, going door to door. There's different companies out there where you can apply to do this, and I believe it's relatively easy to start doing. You could also offer to organise homes with Maria Kondo and all the different organising channels there is at the moment. This is a big hot topic and you can offer to come in and organise a room, and I would certainly pay for this to be done. And then lastly, handyman services. If you're anyway good with your hands, you can put up shelves, etc. So, yeah, I hope that list was helpful to you. It is just some ideas that might be able to help you in your budget. Let me know if they are helpful in any way. If you yourself have side hustles that I haven't mentioned below, please let us know, because the more ideas we can share, the better. The aim is just to help each other out, and hopefully we will all be financially free. So yeah, and also if you have any other video ideas for me, please let me know in the comments, because any ideas or things that you'd like to see, or if you're struggling with anything, please let me know and I will look into them and see if I can do a video on them. And I just also want to thank you so much for subscribing. It has meant so much. If you like this video, please give me a like, and if you're not already subscribed, please join our community, and I will chat to you all on Thursday. Bye!